Hey guys, this is Adam here, and today I'm going to show you how to play the Rocket League Throwback Anthem on guitar. Get ready for the ride of your life! So this song's been on YouTube now for about 5 years, so that means this video today is about 5 years overdue. So massive apologies to all the people in the comments section of that video requesting tabs and all that sort of thing. Today I'm gonna finally do something about it for you. So now the song itself is pretty simple. It's in drop D tuning. So anyone doesn't know what drop D tuning is, it's standard tuning of a guitar, but the E string is lowered to a D instead of an E. It's quite simple to do. If you've got a tuner, you can do it that way. I like to just do it by ear, where you can use the high D string and compare it with the low string and make them sound the same. That's a good way to do it. If you get stuck, write me a comment in this video and I'll try and help you out with it as best as I can. But we're gonna break this song up into 3 parts today. We're gonna break it into the intro/bridge section, then the verse section, and then finally the chorus section. Okay, so the guitar I'm using today is actually the original guitar that the song was recorded with. It's an Orville Les Paul custom copy to Japanese Gibson. One of my favorite guitars of all time, and yeah, a really, really great playing and sounding guitar. I love it. So let's start with this intro/verse section. This section's pretty straightforward. It's all, for the most part, single string stuff, so single notes. It starts on the 8th fret. I'm going to play it slowly for you first, and then I'll break down each section for you. So here it goes. So that's the first sort of half of it. Now what I'm doing is I'm starting on the 8th fret, and then I'm doing this kind of ending run. So it's 8th fret, and then I play 7, 8, up to the 10, which starts the next portion of the riff. And then again. This time I'm gonna go 8, 10, 12 instead. So, just like that. Now once I get up to the 12, I'm going to start alternating between the 12th fret and the open string. Playing these kind of octave changes between the two. So from there, we go back to the 10th fret. So it's just like that. You can choose to do the vibrato there if you want to. I often put a lot of vibrato on things that I play. It's probably a bad habit, so you don't have to do it. Back to the 10th fret. And then we've got this kind of like a 10-12 fret run. So now what that is, it's 10 hammering onto 12 with an open string at the start first. And then we do the same thing down on the A string. And then we jump back up to the 10th fret of the D string. So with a little bit more speed. Then it sneaks back to the 8th and pretty much plays the same thing again with a slight variation at the end. So here it is all together. You go back to the 8th fret and you pretty much do it all again. But instead of completing that section of the riff, we sneak back to the 5th fret and we play this palm muted sort of rhythm. Then we slide up to the 10th fret octave on the A string to kind of finish that section. So all together. With a couple of chugs at the end. Just open D chugs, palm mutes. Some of my favorite things to do. So all together. And that's your intro bridge section. From there, it goes into the verse. Now, the verse starts with this kind of breakbeat synth section. But that riff that's playing on the synth is actually going to be copied by the guitar when it comes in. So what we're going to do, it's all sort of hanging around the sort of 12th fret again. And here's the riff a little bit slower. So what I'm doing there is I'm alternating between the 12 and the open again, and then sort of falling back onto that 10th fret. Now, sometimes I might hammer that on, the 10 to 12. Sometimes I'll strum it, depends on what's going on at the time. Go with whatever's comfortable for you when you play that riff. Then it does it again. Goes back to the 10th fret. Now, I recommend not doing what I just did then and going back with your third finger, because you're going to be playing this. So sliding back down onto that 8th fret of the A string. It's a lot easier to play that bit if you've got this kind of split with your fingers here, as opposed to trying to jump back like this. So at speed again. Then we do it again. And then instead of going back into that sort of ending part of the riff, we go to a big fat C chord again. Just like that, okay? So all together. So we're coming out of the synth breakbeat. Then back into the intro bridge section. Now, there's a slight variation on the final part of that intro bridge section. Rather than playing the palm muted section, we're just going to hang on that 5th fret power chord until we get to the kind of accent before the vocal break in that little section, which takes us to the chorus. So this part's probably the most difficult part of the song. It's not a difficult riff, it's just got the most going on in comparison to the rest of the song. So it's sort of, I guess you can say it's two sections. There's one part which is the sort of thrashy power chord, chuggy palm mutes set part. So what that is two power chords, a D and a C. So that's 5th fret and 3rd fret on the A string. Now I'm doing those as sort of Hetfield style, kind of first finger, pinky finger, 2-note chords. You can do them as standard first finger, 3rd finger power chords, or you can do them as a full first, 3rd, 4th finger power chord as well. It's up to you. I find it easier to play this with the 2 fingers because it's a lot quicker, a lot easier, because at full speed, it's a little brisk. So you go through that, and then you go into this kind of more intricate kind of single note riff up at the 8th fret. So I'll play it a little bit fast. So what we've got there is we've got an 8th fret, 2 palm mutes on the 8th fret of the D string, just single note. Then we go down to the 7th fret of the D string. So it's a bit of a string jump there. Then we're going to do a hammer on onto the 8th fret and then slide up to the 10. Like that. Then we're going to jump with our first finger back up to the 8th fret of the A string. Oh, that's not it. Then we're going to palm mute between the open A string back to the 8. And then it's an 8, 10, 8 hammer on back to the 8. So at speed and all together. And all together it sounds like this. Now after that riff plays 3 times, you're going to play it a 4th time, but once you get to that 4th one, you're actually going to repeat that 8th fret run twice. So it'll sort of look something like this. And then it goes into this accented, big chunky chords at the end of that open D string. You can do it as a high with an open if you wanted to. It's really up to you what you do there. I think I did just big open chords. And that's it. That's how you play the Rocket League Throwback Anthem. It's pretty straightforward, but if there's any parts of the video doesn't address properly, or if there's just a section you're still unsure of, please let me know. I would love to help you out a little bit more and see if I can clarify it a little bit better. I'm gonna put a link up of the no guitar version of this song so you can play along with it yourself at home. And I'd love to see some playthrough videos. If you feel up to making a video of yourself playing the song, please let me know and pop it up on YouTube. I would love to check it out. It'd be fantastic. Thank you guys so much for your support over the years. I can't really express how grateful I am of you guys. The Throwback Anthem is absolutely the ugly duckling of the Rocket League soundtrack. It stands out like a sore thumb. So the fact that you have supported it for this time as much as you have and still continue to do so, I can't thank you enough. It's amazing. That's all from me for now. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing your covers hopefully very soon. All right, you guys have a great 2021. We'll see you next time. Cheers. Victory!